Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm a fat black belt, and today I wanted to talk about shut up, you guys. My book is done. Okay. Done. Done is a stretch. It's a fair copy. I still need to go through and, like, you know, double space print the whole thing and then read it off and do the voices and make sure everything works and make sure it doesn't sound stupid and, you know, dot I's and cross T's and cross I's and dot T's and all that stuff. But it's done. It's a done story, and I think it's pretty good. Holy crap. It's like 140 something thousand words. It's going to end up being something like 350 pages. If anybody actually buys the print copy, but who buys print copies of anything anymore? My mom. I mean, I will, but... Whoa. I know nobody's here to talk about my lame exploits as a writer, but, like, pretty good. Hey, we haven't been down here in a long time. It's because my wife's watching a movie upstairs, so I don't think I've worn this dobot in a while. Okay, so let's talk about the stuff you guys are all actually here to talk about. Food yesterday, because I posted early, finished up taking the kids to City BBQ. I had... What did I have? Oh, you know what? I almost always get the turkey there. Or the shredded chicken if they're out of turkey. Got a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Just by itself, I got the green beans. Because I've been wanting to try it for months. And I thought, you know what, I had a good weigh-in. Let's try one hot chicken sandwich. It's like an extra 200 calories. It was so good. Really good chicken sandwich. Can confirm. Absolutely recommend. I recommend it with green beans, if you can get them. After that, I came home, had some peanuts, I had a Yasso bar, normal night. Writing in game, stuff. No breakfast today because it was a lot of work first thing in the morning. Today was one of those days where the generally harsh mistress of ADHD was more permissive, and I got like an entire week's worth of work done in a day, and that felt pretty good. I asked my wife to throw together lunch because I had meetings over lunch, back-to-back meetings over lunch. Look. If you schedule back-to-back meetings over lunch and you're not one of like 4 people who are awesome, not good. Fortunately, at least one of those meetings I had was scheduled by somebody who was awesome. The other one happened. So, my wife threw together, she went outside and got some potatoes from our garden and did like a smashed potato deconstructed shepherd's pie with basically just some ground beef and peas and like shepherd's pie spices on top. So good. Amazing. Outstanding. I got home after lots of martial arts today. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But I thought, all right, let's throw together something. Let's just throw together something easy for dinner. So I was like, well, I have all these mushrooms left over from the other day when I made meatloaf. So I sliced up all the mushrooms real quick. You basically can't overcook mushrooms. Anybody who has told you that you have to be delicate with mushrooms and brush them off or you lose the flavor or you can't soak your mushrooms in water, all of those people were lying to you. Mushrooms are not meat. They're not plants. They don't give a shit about you. They already have a ton of water in them. You can't put that much more in. And you're going to get it out by cooking anyway. So here's how you do this, guys. I'm going to make your lives really easy. Clean your mushrooms, slice your mushrooms, throw them in the pan with a bunch of water. Dry pan, lots of water. And you cook that down until the mushrooms have gotten rid of most of the water. Wait until the water is expelled from the pan, then you put your oil in if you need to. Sizzle that up, get some good brown on your mushrooms. That's what I did. Then I added some onion, then I added some chicken, deglazed with a little bit of white wine, and it was awesome. I threw that on top of... So I had this mixture of, for the base, I kind of wanted to do like a polenta thing, but like, polenta is such a pain in my ass. So instead, I added some oats and some red lentils to a pan, and I cooked those off, and I used that as the base. More protein, more fiber. I like it. And then I just threw the rest of the stuff on top, the chicken, the mushroom, the onion, the little glazy sauce kind of nonsense that was going on. That was great. Really good. I have some for tomorrow, so expect to hear that again. Okay. Did I have anything else after that? I did not. Maybe I'll go upstairs and have a Yasso bar to celebrate the book. I mean, it feels celebratory, right? Anyway, let's talk about training tonight. I mostly went to the kids' class, taught there, helped the kids. That's the one my son wanted to go to. He's a green belt now, so he's kind of got to stop going to that, or at least he's got to start going to the other ones if he wants to learn anything. Because he can go to that class as long as he wants, but they're not going to be teaching his form, because none of those kids are even, they're white belt, yellow belt, it's white belts and yellow belts. There are some green belts there, but they gotta go somewhere else, man. He can't be having a, Pee Wee black belt class with a bunch of brand new. It's supposed to be like an introductory class. So, unfortunately, Master Laura is just too nice to kick people out of it, including me. That's what I'm doing, hanging out there with my kid. But I'll tell you what, I am rapidly approaching the 300-pound mark, which is still pretty big, fat black belt, but it's a much more reasonable size than I have been in a long time, and I felt pretty athletic today. For the first time in a while, I felt pretty good. I mean, these kids were doing some crazy calisthenics stuff, like they were doing kicks all the way down one side of the floor. There were these cones set up, and then on the way back, they would do like crab walk, duck walk, bear crawl. And the thing is, every time on the way back, there was some kid who sucked at this activity. So I'd run over there and I'd bear crawl with them, or I'd duck walk with them, or I'd crab walk with them and be like, you can do it, let's go. If I can do it, you can do it, that kind of stuff. And I did a lot of the kicks with them across the floor too, or at least halfway or three-quarters. Whoever fell behind, I just jump in there so that they didn't have to kick by themselves, because nobody wants to be that kid roundhousing across the floor by himself. Nobody likes that. So I got a lot of training in, actually. Not difficult training, but training. And I felt really agile. I felt really like I had my shit together. And I felt like my body was doing what I wanted it to do. I was able to get up and down pretty easily. So, the work here is paying dividends. It's working. The work is working. The work is working. I write words in the English language. That's my primary hobby. And when I'm not doing that, I'm here recording words in the English language, or I'm running role-playing games that's words in the English language. I'm basically a word nerd. And I just said, the work is working, you guys. This is what editing is for. That's all I got today. It's a lot. Also, you're going to notice very few edits on here, because we're downstairs, and I'm not really comfortable with this space. Ordinarily, I would jump around the screen and do the thing, or there'd be some wacky lady go whoa off to the side, but I don't have any of my sound effects down here. I don't have the honka honka. I can't do the Bill Nye thing. So we're just going to get this out as quickly as possible. It's very old school for a channel that has existed for less than 6 months. Anyway, I'll catch you later.